So at the beginning of July, I hit my 2-year anniversary on the carnivore diet. And I wanted to take a few minutes today to just talk a little bit about that journey over the last 2 years, talk about some of the good things and the bad things and so forth. All right. So I started July 1st of 2022. So as you can see, we're just over 2 years that I've been on the carnivore diet. And in that time frame, I've lost quite a bit of weight. I lost a lot of it really in the first few months. About 3 months in, I had lost 65 pounds. Altogether, I've lost about 90 pounds, 85 to 90 pounds. There's been times that I've maybe gained a little bit back, like a few pounds here and there, and then I lost them back again. So there's definitely been, good times and bad times throughout that 2 years. One thing I'll say is that it's definitely been a struggle at times. It's not always easy. Um, a lot of times I am my own worst enemy when things don't go right. I'll be doing really good for maybe a couple months or something on the diet. And then I'll say, oh, you know what? It's okay if I eat this one thing this one time. And before I know it, that turned into me eating 4 or 5 different things in a couple of days that I shouldn't be eating. And I have to, rein myself back in and get back on track. The other thing is that I definitely have times that I just struggle with cravings, especially in that first year. I really struggled a lot with it. I mentioned that in the first 3 months, I lost 65 pounds. And after that, I actually gained I think it was about 15 pounds or so. I kind of hit the Thanksgiving, Christmas time frame, and just got too laxed and started eating things I shouldn't have. Again, I was like, well, I've lost a lot of weight. I think I can do this one time or a few times here and I'll be okay. And next thing you know, by January, I had gained like 15 pounds. So I had to get strict again, and I was able to lose that weight and then lose a little bit more and so forth. So things went well again for a while. And, unfortunately, especially in that first year, I just had this vicious cycle of doing things like that. Now that I'm at 2 years, I've been much better. But I will say that back in June, just in the last month, I went on a cruise and I did not necessarily eat as well as I should have. And unfortunately, I got sick with the flu as well. Everybody that I talked to that was on that cruise actually went home and ended up getting the flu. So that was an interesting thing. But, when I got sick with the flu, I didn't continue to eat as cleanly as I should there for a little while, for maybe a week or so. And that just kind of snowballed. So there was that time period there that in June here, I didn't really eat as well as I should have. The good thing is I didn't really gain any weight from it, and I've been back on track here now for a few weeks, doing pretty well. But it just goes to show, even at 2 years, it can be a challenge at times. So I've talked a lot about challenges, but let's talk about some of the good things. When you look 2 years ago, I was in so much pain. I just didn't have any energy, didn't feel like doing anything, like at all, really. And things changed fairly quickly for me. I used to have problems with arthritis in my feet. I had all kinds of joint pain between my wrists, my ankles, my knees, and all of that went away fairly quickly. I had back pain that went away. Um, I have high blood pressure that is now under control. I also had AFib, and I haven't had a single episode of AFib in 2 years. And before going on the carnivore diet, I was having an episode of AFib about 2 to 3 times a week. And now it's been 2 years without a single episode. I'm sure there's many, many other things. Like I had some minor depression that is gone, and I could just go on and on with the different things that I had before going on carnivore that has improved or gone away completely from being on the carnivore diet. Um, and one other thing, that I want to mention is that when there have been times that I haven't ate as cleanly, I start to feel different, not as good, maybe get a little tired, probably from eating carbs or something like that. And just don't feel as good, right? Kind of feel a little bit achy or something. Like if I will eat badly for, let's say, 3 or 4 days in a row, I will definitely feel achy, or I might feel some pain come back in my wrist if I eat certain things that I know will set me off. Things like spinach, for instance, or peanut butter. I know that those things will cause me problems with oxalates, and my wrist will start hurting. So that's kind of a quick summary of the last 2 years for me. And, I this diet has meant a lot to me. I don't even really call it a diet anymore. It's just the way of eating. And I feel like it really has saved my life. It's added a lot of years back to my life. And I feel that now I'm 50 years old. I feel better than I have in probably at least 20 to 25 years. And I really, really mean that. Um, so, if you're on the carnivore diet and you've seen great improvements, or even if you had struggles, why don't you share below what you've had go on, the positives, the negatives, whatever. Let's let everybody get a chance to see, the truth about doing a carnivore diet. It's not a bad thing like the mainstream makes it out to be. It helps with a lot of different health related issues, and the other piece, I guess, of it is on the other side of the coin. It's not as easy as many people make it out to be. You really do have to work at it. But anything that's good in life, you have to work at. So I think that you can get a really good self of accomplishment when you do start to feel better, you lose weight, whatever it is. Um, so that's really, I guess, my little thing here about the carnivore diet today. Um, if you are not doing the carnivore diet, I highly encourage you to give it a try. 30, 60, even 90 days, give it a try. And I think that you'll find that it does really well for you, and that you're not going to want to stop doing it.